Hello, I'm Maeve Crawford and I'm a relationship healer and educator, and I help men and women who are looking for love. The work I do involves helping people to explore who they are, what they're looking for in love, and break through the barriers and obstacles that are holding them back from experiencing the relationship that they are yearning for. A lot of people believe, in fact the majority of people believe, and I was one of them, that the purpose of being in a relationship is to be happy. That the purpose of being in a relationship is to meet the person of your dreams, fall in love and live happily ever after. But the majority of people are finding that that's not happening. And what I've discovered over the years is that the purpose of relationship is to grow spiritually, consciously, to heal emotional wounds from childhood, perhaps before childhood even. And the soul has come here to experience life, to experience love. And the purpose of relationship is for people to connect soul to soul and experience that love in a spiritual way, in a harmonious way. And sometimes within that harmony, it can create challenge and it can create opportunities to explore and reveal the hidden selves that we don't want each other, we don't want others to see. We live in a society where we wear masks, we live in a hidden world. And so our relationships provide us with, especially an intimate, loving relationship with a significant partner, where you feel united, you feel that it's a sacred bond, that it's just the two of you. In that safe space, you can reveal to each other who you really are, and you are loved no matter what, and you are nurtured and encouraged, and you take risks, you show and reveal your vulnerability, and within that space, you emerge as two individuals who have a great sense of love for themselves, but also for each other. Another thing to consider is that society teaches us that love lies in the other person. And through a relationship, what we discover is that love is within us. And when you tap into that, when you tap into the love that is within you, and you understand that, it then helps you to make that connection more meaningful. One of the things that I've observed is that a lot of people start their relationship journey with someone on a sexual promise and believe that when the sex is good, it means the relationship will be good. The problem with that is that when you make a connection, a physical connection with someone where the chemical hormones are released from the brain and they flow around the body and create a belief and a feeling of bonding with that person, you may in effect be bonding with the wrong person. Therefore, it's important to make a clear distinction between the two, love and sex. Sex is a biological need that we all have, we're all sexual beings, and love is something that is an energy, an emotion, a choice, a feeling of connection. And we can have sex without feeling that connection with someone. But love takes time, love grows, and it comes from within. And when we have that connection with somebody, the sexual creation that the two people are involved in can be even more enjoyable, rewarding, and help to bond a relationship that is actually based on a love foundation. Most people, I've found, and research has shown, begin their relationship on a shaky foundation, thinking that sex is the first key because the physical attraction is strong. Therefore, it creates a desire to want to be sexual, which is understandable. However, when you begin a relationship on a foundation of sex, it is like having a pyramid upside down. So if you start your relationship based on connection, spiritual connection, friendship, trust, and emotional connection. You're creating a foundation that is more solid and long-lasting, sustainable, endurable. When you turn it on its head and start with sex, there's nowhere for it to go other than to topple over. So when you have the foundation, it has more chance of surviving and then growing. One reason why people fall into the falling in love through sex trap is because sex is so compelling. Sex is sold everywhere. The media tells us that's how we fall in love. We learn it from films, we learn it from books. And, even when we're children, we're being taught about Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty. Prince Charming is going to come along and wake the sleeping virgin from a kiss. And they're going to get married happily ever after, all the rest of it. So we have this false belief embedded in us from a very young age that that's how love happens, and that's how we're attracted to each other. And we believe that a physical attraction is going to lead to something else. Okay, physical attraction is what attracts you to the person in the first place, before you've even had a conversation, maybe. So even if you meet somebody who you find physically attractive, you may pause before taking any action, learn about that person, feel their energy, notice how you feel in their presence, and ask particular questions about who they are and discover whether or not there is an actual good match there and what the potential for being together would be, what it would look like. And when you pause and take time and you allow those chemicals are flooding through you all the time because that physical attraction is so strong. But when you pause and you give yourself time to think and regroup and connect your soul, your mind, your body, your spirit, your heart, your thinking, when you connect all of those things and you ask the questions, is this a good fit? And then check in with yourself and trust your intuition, you will be able to make better choices and decisions for your love life. When you go along with the physical attraction, and that physical attraction is strong and it's intense, and it makes you feel that you want to be with that person, you might not listen to things, you might not see the clues that that person is showing you, demonstrating to you how it might not be a good fit. So just pause in that moment and listen and trust. Some of the other mistakes that people make when they're trying to find someone to spend their life with is that they believe that they're not good enough. Maybe they feel that they're not attractive enough, they don't have enough intelligence, or they're not the right look, or whatever it is. They've got something about themselves that holds them back. And so they make decisions based on that. They say, well, I couldn't get the person of my dreams, so I'll settle for what I can get and put up with negative behaviour, negative experiences, and think that if they say no to somebody, that they're cutting off the possibility of them experiencing a loving relationship. And the opposite of that is true. When you say no to the wrong person, you open the space to say yes to the right person. But a lot of people say yes to the wrong person and don't experience what may have come later, what may have come next. So rushing into a relationship is a big mistake a lot of people make. And not pausing to see if it's a right fit. Those chemicals are really, they play tricks on your brain, they play tricks on your intelligence. And when you allow that to guide you, that's where a lot of mistakes can be made. At the beginning, when you're getting to know someone and chemicals are surging around your body, you're feeling good with each other, you're having a good time, you're laughing, you feel like the bond is being created, and it feels just so wonderful. You don't think about anything else, probably don't even eat for a bit because it's just all consuming. That's a period of infatuation where you're being, you're falling into that belief that you're in love, and it's difficult to gauge whether you're in love or if you're infatuated. And the way to really test that is to wait. And that's a key factor in all of this. Is the infatuation period can last for sometimes even a year, where it's like you've got the rose-tinted glasses on and everything looks wonderful and all is well. But once the glasses come off and you start to see the little things that might irk you that start to emerge after the period of infatuation starts to fade, you then start to question if you're actually with the right person. And maybe by that point you've already committed yourself, you've maybe already moved in together, and then you have to do some repair or make a decision as to whether you want to stay with this person, whether you want to kind of suck it up and keep going and make good of what you've created, or end the relationship. And there's always this element of uncertainty and doubt that creeps in. Am I with the right person? Did I make the right choice? What else is out there for me? So here are some essential tips, ideas to help you if you are looking for love and you're wanting to meet somebody and not repeat, if you have made mistakes in the past, not repeat those mistakes and feel more certain about your choices. One of the key things is about really knowing who you are, trusting yourself, loving yourself, and believing that you deserve to have genuine, lasting love. And when you come from that place, you're less likely to make decisions that cause you pain, that lead you into a relationship with the wrong person. Another thing that would help is being really clear about what you're looking for. So when you know without doubt, and you can declare it, you can speak it confidently, knowing that you deserve that, that's who you are, and that's what you bring to the table, that's what you will attract. And when you are guided and trust in your guidance, your spiritual guidance, guidance from divinity, you are more likely to be guided in the right direction. Follow your spiritual path, listen to the intuition that you receive from within and from above. So there are some powerful tools that you can use to help you to do that. And one of them is prayer and meditation. And during your prayer and meditation, and you're really connecting on a spiritual level and closing out all distraction, you begin to notice what the truth is for you. The truth of who you are, the truth of what you want for your life begins to really emerge. And that's when you begin to know what you want for your relationship. And when you get that clear and that certain, then you start to attract it. A few other things that you might want to consider is if you have been in a relationship that came to an end and you're still feeling emotional pain from that, it's essential that you heal that pain before embarking on a new relationship with someone else. If you start a new relationship with somebody before you've healed that pain, you bring it into the new relationship. And even if you feel happy and joyous in the first few months, maybe even the first few years, eventually something will trigger and it will remind you of the previous relationship, and you will respond to your partner as though it was happening with the old partner. And it's not fair on the new relationship. So it's important to clear the past as much as you can before starting something new. Quite often people rebound into a new relationship thinking that that's what's going to help them to heal. And it may heal initially, it may help them to feel that they've healed that pain, but it's a temporary band-aid. Once that band-aid comes off, the pain is there and it needs to be addressed, it needs to be healed. Trauma needs to be healed, and it needs to be completely healed before moving forward. Another thing to consider is, how well do you know this person? Taking time to know this person will really help you in the long run. If you have beliefs about this person, you've heard him or her say certain things, but you haven't seen evidence of it, you need to see the evidence. You need to see them acting on what they speak of. Words can go so far, but action's going to take it forward in a more powerful and more profound way. So there are some ideas to help you to make sure that you have a healthy, harmonious start to your next relationship. Ask yourself this question: why do I want to be in a relationship? If you think that you want to be in a relationship because the other person is going to bring something to you, it's going to make you feel happy, it's going to make you feel loved, it's going to make you feel like you belong, then you have to find that within yourself first. Otherwise, you're going to be seeking a partner from a place of need and lack. And when you seek a partnership from that place, remember, like attracts like, or as I'd like to say, love attracts love. So focus on who you really are. And if you have a need within yourself that you can't fulfill, but you expect someone else to fill it, you're going to set yourself up for disappointment. One of the biggest consequences of being in a relationship with the wrong person, perhaps even getting married to the wrong person and then having children, is eventually the potential breakup, the breakdown of the family unit, and that can lead to divorce. So everything that I believe in points to the importance for learning about relationships, learning about what a healthy relationship looks like and how to create one, how to sustain a healthy relationship, what to look out for and how to be in that relationship. And especially if you haven't got that blueprint from your family background or previous relationships that you've been in. And so that's why I'm so passionate about relationship education. And I know that we can learn these things. I know that there is information available to help us to become more knowledgeable, more skillful, and more loving in our relationships. And this relationship education will help to reduce the rate of divorce because we'll be choosing differently. It will help to reduce the pain and suffering of children that come from broken families. So relationship education is key, and I believe that this is the way forward. So if you would like to know more information, or you'd like to speak to me about any relationship challenge that you might be dealing with, or you'd like some help or support, or just like to have a conversation about what to do next, you can find me at datingbydivinedesign.co.uk.